Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and this is an M44, the Tier 6 American SPG, and we're on the defending spawn of Karelia. This is an assault battle, and it's being commanded by Diving Duck. Yes, you've seen some of his replays before, and this is another one. Okay, what can we say about the M44 that we haven't said before? Well, after they produced 250 of them, they were produced by the Massey Harris company, but after they produced 250 of them, they noticed that every time they fired, they were discharging poisonous fumes into the cockpit, and so they had to do a massive redesign to avoid the crew being poisoned by the very shells they fired. Could you believe that? That's why there's some debate over how many M44s are actually built, because production stopped at 250, but some people say that there was as many as 600 produced. Okay, he's set up and he's ready. He's actually aiming towards the south, so he's going to focus on this part of the battlefield. Alright, he's got a 17.2 second reload on this M44 and 36 rounds of high explosive to deliver to the enemy. Okay, his team are approaching the normal position. There's an AMX 12 ton there, and that's a very unusual sight to see here, because that's a light tank. You wouldn't expect to see a light tank where the medium tanks are going, or heavy tanks. Okay, he's going to go for that Ferdinand. It's a 2 marked Ferdinand as well, so obviously he knows how to handle that TD. And that round went right over the top of him, actually exploding well below behind. Yes, that 12 tons backed off. He's realised that he's in the wrong place now. He's actually in a lot of danger, being very sedentary in the medium tank or heavy tank area. Round out, and he gets a direct hit on the M4. No, Tiger 2. Sorry, beg your pardon. And it looks like he hit the side of the turret, but that Ferdinand went down very quickly. I think he took more than one hit simultaneously. Round out again on the Tiger 2. Another hit. 49 hit points this time. That Tiger 2's lost nearly 500 hit points of health since this battle started. And one of those rounds landed on the front glacis, or the front shield. That round went out, ooh, right into the turret, that one, into where the gunner would normally go. And he lost 97 hit points, but I suspect he actually lost a crew member there, because I would think that that would have incapacitated the gunner. Unfortunately, the Tiger 2 took out the Primo, and that splash did 17 hit points and 2 critical hits. Now we've lost all sight of the Tiger 2 because there's nobody spotting close enough to pick him up. So more than likely he's going to move forward, and if he does, he'll probably move just a little further south to where the Primo wreck is. And it looks to me like Diving Ducks decided to relocate to avoid being spotted by the enemy. Get slightly further away. No, instead what he's actually going to do is he's going to focus all his attention on the north route. So he's now aiming at the northeast corner, going for that M4. So AMX M4, I should say. And he gets a lovely strike there. 110 hit points. Ouch, that was an Oni being vaporized by an Amarak. Okay, M4A3E2. It's gone behind that rock, but it will appear very shortly. He's going to go after the AMX M445 again. It is still visible. You can see the marks from where the high explosive rounds hit. And that's a hit as well. He definitely got him. We'll just have to wait to see how much damage he did. Right, there's a CDC with his rear to Diving Duck. Oh, this is a perfect tempting target, because he can either ammo rack him by hitting the cockpit, or he can set fire to him by hitting his rear. No, unfortunately he wasn't able to line him up. Now he can. Now he can loop the shell over that rock right into that CDC. Very silly move by that CDC driver. Rounds out. Oh, it went over, but it did stun him. Okay, the CDC's gone to that gap in the rocks to look, and rounds out. Direct hit right into the side of the turret. 243 from that one. It was a good strike. And there's an E25 actually. He's made it up quite a long way. He's now going into that dip. And the AMX M445 was taken out by the 3601, who's moving backwards because he actually has taken a fair bit of damage. Round out on the AMX. Oh, that's a kill shot! 542 hit points. Looked to me like it hit the rear, in fact actually the side of the turret, which may have actually set off or destroyed some critical module. It wasn't an ammo rack as such, but I think it just overwhelmed it with the 155mm shell. It is actually capable of doing that sort of thing when they get to a certain number of hit points. You only need a good strike with a good roll, and wow, it goes down very quickly. Now, Diving Duck's relocating further east, and that's a wise decision, even though that E25's been seen near the gap. The trouble is there's those Tiger 2 that hasn't been seen, which is further south. And he's been spotted by the enemy, and I think he was spotted by the E25. Now he needs to get into cover because the enemy Arty will be trying to find him and finish him. And if I remember correctly, that enemy Arty, it's an AMX, is it? Yes, yes, it is an AMX. AMX F3. This is a tier 8 battle, by the way, so it's very likely that, yes, that is the AMX F3. Okay, that's a good strike. 176 hit points, and he's picked up massive stun assist afterwards. Right, he's having a look where the AMX-13 F3 might be. But there's the MX, the RL44. He's off to the south, southwest of the map. Okay, round out. Direct hit, 19 hit points right in front of the turret. Probably took out his driver. He's moving away very slowly. I think that's a dead driver on that ARL. He just ducked back into cover to put his driver back into work. Yeah, look at it. It's right in the driver's hatch. So I think that... Oh, and another hit! He got another one, but it was unsighted at the time, so we don't know how much damage. 2 minutes 30 left on the clock. This is an assault battle. And the RL's visible again. And look, he is now hiding behind that rock because he doesn't want to come out. He's been too badly hit. And he must be worried that the ISU 152 is moving up on him. He might have to duck round that corner to put a shot into the ISU. And if he does, Diving Duck will be ready for him. There he is. Rounds out. Oh, he stunned him. 22 hit points, and the ISU's going for him and takes him out with one shot. So Diving Duck picks up 435 hit points of stun assist. And Diving Duck is moving to avoid being counter-batteried by the AMX-13 F3. He's got reasonable safety because there's an SU-152 nearby, as well as that 3601, and they can protect him. Now he's going to do a bit of counter battery, try and look for the enemy Arty. I think the Oho, which has gone to the south, he might spot the enemy Arty first. Okay, there's the Stura Mill. He's very slowly making his way across. Oh, that one landed in the water, kicked up a lot of water. But the Stura Mill was taken out by the 3002. And the clock is ticking. 1 minute to go. This is an assault battle. There are only 2 enemy tanks left alive. Now, supposedly, they're up on the horseshoe. There's the AMX. He's up on the horseshoe. And he's making a run for it. But the Oho finished him very quickly. It's a pity. That it would have been quite nice for Diving Duck to get that kill, but the Oho was very quick off the draw. And that means there's only 1 enemy left, and that's a Firefly. and we don't know where he is, but I think he's down the southwest corner. If so, it'd be the ISU 152 spot him first, but I suspect he's not going to bother. There's only 6 seconds left on the clock now. And that's it, the game's over, and they've won. So let's have a look at the end of battle results. And, oh my god, well, it's a second class tanker for Diving Duck in the M44. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 6 in that battle. And his win rate for the battle was 3,545 again, which is Super Unicum standard. So well done indeed. You gave a massive amount of support to your team. When it came to the damage done, well, you came third on the table there, 1,919 hit points. You were beaten by the ISU 152, who did a massive 3,997 hit points of damage, including getting that ARL, and got 5 kills in the process. You came joint third with 1 kill. Again, topped by the ISU 152, who managed to pick up the high caliber. And when it came to base experience points, you came second with 918. Again, you were a tier 6 SPG in a tier 8 game, which gave you a very good chance of actually scoring high on the XP. Let's have a look at the detailed report. 15 rounds. You fired 10 direct hits, 10 penetration, 3 splash. Damage of 1,919 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. You hit 5 of the enemy, but you only killed 1 of them. But you did do stun assistance damage of 1,075 hit points off 12 stuns. On a standard account, you earned 30,762 credits. And after ammunition resupply, you were left with 23,187. You earned 918 base experience points, but there was no multipliers, so that's all you took away. But it's still a very good battle, and towards the end of the battle, there was a lot of your team still left alive, which showed that the amount of work you put into that battle helped your team stay alive longer. It's just a pity you didn't get more kills. You probably did deserve to get them, and it would have been nice if you got that AMX at the end, but I'm sure that ISU just wanted to get a Top Gun, and so he was determined to get it. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, because we need as many subscribers as we can get now. YouTube have changed the limits. And hopefully if you do send in replays, it might be yours that's next in our next video.